you want a good survival vehicle, there's some simple little things you can do. Basically a nice heavy-duty old car. Mainly parts would be really easy to find. I would probably choose a Chevrolet because parts interchangeability is the best. Unlike a Ford, it seems like they change everything every year. Redundant cooling systems on the transmission. You got cooling going through the radiator and in the front here. Use hoses, not hard lines, so if you get a front end impact, that hard line could smash and crimp. Your transmission overheats, you're done. Rubber hose will bend, so hopefully it should still flow. Upgrade to an internal voltage regulator. Again, on the Chevy, every parts store is going to have this. Every parts store is going to have the water pump. It's manual steering, manual brakes. Less likely you're going to have lines bust out. Power steering goes out. It's even harder to steer. Plus, with all the manual stuff, it's more of a manual input. Go with a good Optima dry cell. You can hang it upside down. You don't have to fill it with water. You can mount it any way you want to. Really good cold cranking amps. They last a long time. You can leave your lights on a lot longer. Keep it carbureted. The less electronics you got, the more likely the car will survive a situation like an EMP or lots of humidity. You don't want that stuff frying up a computer. If you can go without a computer, it's just better that way. Basically, KISS, keep it simple, stupid. Again, interchangeability. I can get parts from pretty much 30 years worth of Chevy trucks. I can even upgrade if I wanted to power steering, power brakes. If I'm out and about, everybody's gone, I see an 84 Chevy pickup truck, I can pull parts off it and it'll work on this. A weakness would be I only have a single line or a single reservoir brake system. Basically, if that one goes out, all my brakes go out. A good upgrade would be a dual reservoir, so if your front goes out, you still got back, and then vice versa. That would be a good upgrade to make. A good ignition system. Again, these are really very well insulated, which could help also prevent EMP. There are add-on gas tanks. There's plenty of room to add. The truck bed is an 8-foot bed, and in my case, being really tall, that makes it long enough for me to sleep in. And just being an older, heavier duty car, I'm probably more likely to withstand an impact. And those are just probably some good tips right off the bat. Good cooling system. I went with the aluminum radiator. It works really well no matter how hot it gets here and humid. It stays at right at 170 degrees. You don't want to be too cool because then you're wasting gas, it's not efficient, and you get a lot of gunk and buildup. But you don't want to be too hot, obviously. So just really go overkill on the cooling system. Basically, the three things you want is good voltage, which is around 13.8 to 14.2 volts, good oil pressure, and good temperature on your engine. If those three look good on your gauges, most likely, your engine's going to be good to go. Just a good standard Chevy small block V8. Doesn't need to be huge. The bigger it is, the more gas you're going to eat up. This thing gets like 15 miles a gallon on the highway, which is actually only 4 miles less than a brand new Chevy pickup, and this thing's over 40 years old. So why pay $40,000 when you can pick one of these up for a grand or two? So, just some good tips right there. And get this tar tape. It's like metal backing and it's tar, and these are for roofing. It's the same thing, and it's a quarter the price. And you just, here, I'll show you. The heat and the sound out, and helps protect the sheet metal from the inside. And if this wasn't on here, I could show you all the sheet metal I did. But I made all of this, and then this whole section. And again, if you just get your own sheet metal, I mean, it's going to be hidden. Unless if it's not a show car, just go get your own sheet metal, cut it and bang it into shape and weld it in. It's cheaper and it's more fun. It gives you more satisfaction at the end of the day. Pretty easy. As far as the, I just never really got around to finishing it. As far as the seats, if you want to upgrade to some seats, they're more comfortable. You could hook them up power if you wanted to, and you're going to get a safer belt with a 3-point. Basically all you're doing is you're drilling a hole and you put some spacers in to make sure it's level. It's really simple. It doesn't need to be, again, if it's not a show car, don't get anal about it. I got some huge, big, large nuts that are about this tall. That's what I use to space it. Got some big, heavy-duty grade 8 bolts. I try to use grade 8 for everything. They're a lot stronger, the tensile strength, and less likely to rust. Don't ever go cheap on your hardware, because that's what's going to break. So in an impact, you don't want the bolt to snap, the whole seat, and you go out the window. A good shifter, if you got an automatic, I'd suggest getting ratcheting. And basically what it's going to do is no matter how hard you shift it, it's only going to go one gear at a time, and it will not let you, unless you intentionally lift up on the gate and go up, you can't go in reverse. So 60 miles an hour, you accidentally go into neutral, but you're not going to go in reverse, destroy your transmission or kill yourself. So good ratcheting shifter, definitely recommended.